It's a tragic fact. Bad people do awful things to good people. Domestic violence, sexual assault, and abuse happen every day.
Crimes of abuse devastate us. They destroy our families and they tear our community apart. The statistics are staggering. In the United States, 1 in 4 women will be the victim of domestic violence in her lifetime. In Stanislaus County, over 10,000 cases are referred to child welfare each year. We are working with law enforcement and our community partners to reverse this trend.
The victims of abuse need help. Until recently, they had to travel all over the county, from agency to agency, to get the assistance they needed. Seeking services and repeating their painful story often became overwhelming. Victims often felt defeated and just gave up. It was just too hard. That's why we started the Stanislaus Family Justice Center. We're a one-stop, single-location center offering help, services, and hope for victims and survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, as well as child and elder abuse. We work with you and our community partners to break this cycle of violence. Starting now. The Family Justice Center offers a comprehensive collection of wraparound services and resources to victims and their families, all in one place. When a victim comes to us, the first thing we do is make sure they're safe and secure. A bilingual navigator then explains the various agencies, services, and resources available. Our experienced advocates provide victims with practical and emotional support. They understand the criminal justice, family court, and social service systems. They're also familiar with other community resources that might be helpful to victims. We take every step necessary to assist victims and their family. We help devise a safety plan that will reduce the risk of them or their children being harmed. We help develop different types of protective orders to shield the victim or their children from harassment or abuse. Thorough forensic exams are currently conducted at Memorial Medical Center, one of the hospitals in the county with nurses properly trained to do the exams, collect the evidence, and testify in court. At Stanislaus Family Justice Center, we provide a safe play environment for children while their family member receives services. It's a comfortable place for children to wait for their parents or speak with clinicians. Supervised by the Children's Crisis Center, you can bring children to the Kids Zone while assisting their parents. They can also provide 24-hour emergency service while you wait for child protective services. We provide emotional support and help victims identify options and develop solutions. And we can make referrals to outside agencies for long-term individual and group counseling. We also identify resources that help the victim and their children remain safe. We can help the victim pursue prosecution. We have rooms equipped with one-way mirrors, which allow our partners to monitor and record all interviews. Our goal is to eventually allow victims to testify in court from the Family Justice Center via live teleconferencing. We work with victims to resolve legal matters, and we assist with temporary restraining orders. Our chaplains provide spiritual guidance and emotional support for victims and their family, as well as for our staff and service providers who witness some really tough things. We have many trained volunteers who can help victims, assist children, and work with parents to get the information they need. We rely on a number of valuable and committed partners on site. CAIRE. CARE stands for Child Abuse Interviews, Referrals, and Evaluation. Their primary responsibility is conducting and recording the forensic interviews. Advocates from Haven support safety and healing for women and children impacted by domestic or sexual violence. They help victims develop a plan to get out of an abusive relationship as quickly and safely as possible. The Children's Crisis Center provides immediate 24-hour emergency shelter and child care services to children from birth to 17 years of age. Clinicians from Stanislaus County Behavioral Health and Recovery Services assist any child who has been a victim of trauma or abuse. A criminal investigator assists the prosecution in preparing the case, while the victim advocate provides services for the victim throughout the process. These advocates are both on and off-site. A detective from the Crimes Against Children unit is assigned to the Family Justice Center to investigate child abuse cases. The detective is also a trained forensic interviewer for CARE. The Family Justice Center also works with a number of essential off-site partners and resources. By housing a multidisciplinary team of experienced and caring professionals in one location, the Family Justice Center offers a number of benefits to victims and their families. Our services are free, safe, secure, and confidential. We're able to reduce the amount of time needed and the number of places a victim has to go to get help. We believe the services and resources we provide will benefit you in a variety of direct and indirect ways. What we do can help reduce the number of repeat calls, reduce recanting by victims, increase convictions, reduce homicides, keep victims safe from harm, provide assistance for the victim with the entire process, increase the likelihood of a successful outcome, empower victims to seek help, increase prosecution of offenders, increase ability to investigate violent crimes, increase use of mandatory rehabilitation programs for abusers, and decrease the rate of abuse. We're here to work with law enforcement and the community to break the cycle of violence. We want you to rely on our facility to help victims begin the healing process. Once you've intervened to protect the victim, they can count on us instead of calling you to get the assistance they need. Then you can go back to doing what you do best, protecting our communities, so you don't have to return to the same houses and deal with the same people and issues over and over again. It may take some time for victims and their families to listen to what we're saying, to believe it, to trust us, then to call us, but they will. Bottom line, if you refer them, they will come to us for help. They will get what they need, they won't fall through the cracks, and they won't become a statistic. Help us break the cycle of violence and help victims pick up the pieces.